Sheffield coach Mike Barr just finished your first session Thursday, the first week of fall camp. What have you seen from the 2024 Wolverines so far?
I've seen a group of kids that are hungry. This group coaching this year is a pretty impressive group of kids. The Abraxas kids that have come up, we got some experience this year with them. First night, a little rough. First night, jitters and bumps, people feeling each other out, but best practice of the week was last night. First session tonight went well. Our theme this week has been to hit, to wrap, to tackle. No bones. People watch us the last couple of years. That's been our downfall. So we're really focused on trying to make that better.
So you mentioned, that some of the Abraxas guys come up and had some experience, and how much easier does it make those first few days of camp knowing that you don't necessarily have to go through as many of the basics and brand new instruction?
It was, honestly, the coaches have talked, and we haven't been able to coach this way in quite a few years. We didn't have to start at basics with this group. Years past, we've had to start with 3-point stance, start, stops, how to teach a receiver how to catch a football and stuff like that. And this year, we didn't have to do that. It was really, truly the most smoothest transition from an end of a season to a beginning of a season that I've had in quite a while.
And how important are these first few days to get that team chemistry built and get these guys to start bonding together as one team?
It's huge. You talk to a couple other coaches in around D9, and when I share what we go through, and when I share that, Abraxas kids have so much different, they could lose a status. They could lose. I may not necessarily know who I'm getting out of the 12 kids that we selected every night. Most nights they bring 12, but there's sometimes where they only bring 10 because tonight's an issue. A couple of the counties, some counselors and stuff were coming to visit, so those kids had to stay back to meet with them. So we miss out. So our practices are ebb and flow, but it's nice having kids that have the football knowledge that we don't have to. It's okay if they miss. We're not, they're missed, but we're not falling behind.
And from a coaching standpoint, it seems like, especially tonight, you said you had a few of those guys out. So how much adjustment does it come from, I heard you mention at one point, well, this is where we would do team, but we don't really have enough.
Correct.
So.
What's nice about that is they do, you've seen it tonight. We didn't take it. We hit tonight still. We missed out on running team just because we didn't have a full squad to run against them. Tomorrow night, we'll have all 30 kids back tomorrow night, and we'll be rip-roaring ready to go. But we'll prep for our scrimmage. We'll show these kids what a game prep is. Very nice, though, to have the contingency of kids that we do have. We have depth at every position. And again, it's been a while since we've had depth at every position.
And what's the competition been like for those positions, building that depth chart so far?
It's we come in night one, and I told the kids, 11 spots on the field, all 11 spots are open because we got athletes. It's been a battle. It's been fun. This week has been fun. And in the past, it's been stressful. Who are we going to put here? Can this kid work here? And we don't have that this year. We have athletes that can play the positions that they're meant to play. And we get to coach like a team that's been together for years. Hopefully, the outcome on the field is the same. It looks like a team that's been together for years.
Well, and just from a depth standpoint, like you mentioned, how beneficial, especially at single A level, to be able to really have a true two deep at virtually every position.
It's been, since I've come back to coaching this time, I haven't had it. This is the first year since I've had depth. Yeah, we may have had 2 or 3 at a running back position, but we were 1 deep on the line. We are legitimately 2 deep at every position on the line, couple positions 3. The thing that I like about this group of kids is they want to learn the other positions. They're asking, hey, well, we noticed tonight we had a kid jump in at center tonight because they had to meet with their counselors back at Abraxas, and the kid from Sheffield has stitches in his thumb. So they're recognizing it needs to be the next man up, and they're coming to us. It's not us coaches having to plead to beg with a kid, hey, I think you should try here. neat. It's a neat concept. It truly is.
So you guys are going to scrimmage Maplewood here on Saturday, and then a week later you're going to welcome Bucktail up here to Wolverine Mountain for the season opener. What do you expect to see from Bucktail when they head on?
So Colby touched on it. They got their quarterback coming back, Brody Pence. He's an athlete, no doubt about it. He hurt us last year, and no doubt he's a weapon that he can strike. Bucktail's a relatively small school, but they battle. They have a similar mentality that we have, that you got to give it your all. And it's going to be a fun. It's going to be competitive, and that's all we can ask for in this league is that everybody competes, and you come out at the end of the day, you play a good football game.
And that was one of the teams a year ago that you guys were competitive with through four quarters. What do you have to change about this year's Wolverines to turn that competitiveness into a win on the scoreboard?
So we watch film one of these nights. So our 2-a-day sessions go into the evening, but we take an hour between 6 and 7 o'clock, and we have dinner together. The community has been great. Parents have cooked meals, and we eat together as a team. We watch film. And the first night we watched film, we watched the first Bucktail film, and I had the kids count missed tackles. And in 3 plays, it was like 42 missed tackles. No bone about it. We need to tackle better. The point blank, we need to tackle better. That's what we're focused on this year. We have to. That's not against Bucktail. It's against every school. We need to tackle better.
And so, obviously, the elephant in the room has been a lot of chatter that this may be it for Sheffield football, and of course we've heard that before. And but if it is, if this becomes the final season, what do you want the lasting impression, the 2024 Wolverine football to leave in people's minds?
So if this is it, Brian, in all honesty, I want people to know that Sheffield went down swinging. 2020 COVID year.
Right.
We lost the program after week 1. They shut it down. The next year I took over the program. And at that point, it was just about sustainability. Can we keep a program going? Last 2 years, we've averaged 20 to 22 Sheffield kids. With our co-op with Abraxas, puts us well into 30s numbers. I would hope people would say, you know what? Sheffield had a football program. I understand the wins and losses, and I understand the naysayers out there, you didn't win a football game. We're hoping to prove that different this year. But regardless, I have kids coming up to me. I have college athletes that went to college that played another sport that are coming back to me and talking about the year that they had with us. I got 2 junior high assistant coaches that I've coached that still talk about the years they play. Hopefully this last group of kids, if this is the last year, for the last 3-4 years that I've coached, will have those memories forever. And that would be my goal this year, is to make a memory that you're going to take with you forever.
Well, and you mentioned earlier you've got a kid out here right now that his dad was on a team that you and I coached together.
Absolutely was. Yes, he was.
And what do you think that says about just the family atmosphere here and the tradition that is Sheffield football?
It is. And honestly, Sheffield is a tradition. We catch a lot of flack, and I understand we catch a lot of flack, and I understand we are a small school. But there's something to be said when you walk up them 74 steps Saturday morning. It is a magical place up here. The atmosphere, you get it on Friday nights. Friday night lights, you get it. Saturday afternoon at Sheffield, it's the same way, and these kids feel that same way. And us as coaches, that's the opportunities I want to give these kids this year, if it is our last year.
And so with that, how sweet would it be to open it up at home and get the first victory in a while for this program?
It sure would be nice. Let me tell you, I know the kids are fighting like mad. I've seen work. We had a core group of kids. I'm going to average it 7 to 13 Sheffield kids in the weight room 3 nights a week since February. And I'm not fabricating that number. Those boys have been putting in the time, because they want to win. And Brian, it's funny, and you talk to these kids and you sit and listen to them at dinner. They don't want to win for themselves. They want to win for the town, this community. that's who they want to win for. And so I hope we can give it to them. Yeah. I hope we get them prepared and we can get it. Saturday the 24th, we'll see. I don't know.
All right, so you got a scrimmage coming up on Saturday, and you got another week of camp, and then the season's underway. What are you most looking forward to in this 2024 season?
Just getting back out there and coaching the game that I love. I grew up playing. I played here. I coached here early on. You and I coached together early on, and then I come back. It's an absolute passion of mine, high school football. I absolutely love it. So just getting back out there, and honestly, we play in such a great league, Region 3, District 9. The coaches get along. We talk to each other. We treat each other like human beings. The kids go out and battle and have fun, but they shake their hands at the end of the game. Coaches shake their hands at the end of the game. And I guess it's just getting back into, being with those guys and seeing those guys on Friday nights on our 5 away games. And, it's about the camaraderie. It's about the sport and the love and the blood that you shed for this sport.
All right, Mike. Well, I'm smelling that pork that you got sitting in there waiting for you, so we'll let you get to it. Thanks so much for taking some time. Good luck this year.
Thank you.